What is up? It's your boy Nicky Bumbalati, aka Dr. Vog. Coming in, just here for all you chooches who are fucking too lazy to make your own builds, so you can copy and paste mine, alright? I got like fucking 5 of them for Warlock, 2 for Titan, 1 for Hunter. Let's get into it, boy. So for this first one, we're one of 2 Void 3.0s for Warlock. Vortex is fucking cracked, so obviously we're going Vortex. Devour, Feed the Void, Chaos Accelerant to supercharge our grenades. This is going to be a grenade-heavy build with a lot of volatile explosions and shit. Echo of Expulsion, Echo of Remnants, Echo of Undermining. Alright, all 3 of these. Starting off with Verity's Brow. So this shit, get death throws whenever you fucking use a weapon that matches your subclass. So if we're using Funnel Web or another Void weapon, gonna get death throws. Death throws increases grenade recharge for our teammates, which I'm gonna have 5 of them during the raid, so that's very important. And it also gives you grenade energy and grenade damage. So bonus grenade damage, and that's why we have our supercharged fucking grenades, bro. So we're gonna be throwing grenades like it's no one's business, bro, on a Sunday day, like fucking throwing out meatballs on Sunday dinner. You know what I'm saying? So fucking supercharged grenades with death throws. We also have elemental ordnance. So whenever we defeat a combatant with a grenade, we get an elemental well that matches your subclass. So that'll be void in this case. So we'll get void elemental wells per grenade kill. I'm using stasis fucking energy for this helmet because of power preservation. I really like it. And so your super will create extra orbs for your allies. I can't go wrong with that. Harmonic Siphon. So basically any void kill will generate orbs of light. Fucking cracked. I'm also going to use stasis gloves, alright? Because this mod right here is so fucking important. Grenade Kickstarter. When you throw your grenade, you gain grenade energy back. Fucking can't go wrong. Also, we're going to have Volatile Flow. Very important. Picking up a Void Elemental Well grants you volatile rounds, which will fucking make everything go boom. So it's fucking nuts. So basically, death throws, we have supercharged grenades that do mad damage. When we do get void kills, they generate orbs of fucking Vellum Void, whatever the fuck, wells. And then we pick them up, we get volatile. Also, we're gonna have fucking, where is it? Font of Might. So basically, we're going to have volatile rounds whenever we pick up a well, and we're also going to have a 30% damage buffer, or however the fuck percentage this is. It stacks with bubbles, stacks with well, stacks with all other buffs, so it's a very fucking awesome mod. So we're going to have that. I also have elemental armament, so basically, whenever you use a void weapon, it has a chance of creating a void well. Thermal shock plating, shit's cracked, reduces solar and arc. Then for these 2 you could do, well, this is artifice armor, so you know, fuck around with whatever you have. I'm using soul void boots, I guess. Holy shit. Better already, absolution, font of might we already discussed, and scavenger for rockets because it's probably going to be DPS for bosses. You know, I'm going to stress this. Class item, make it solar. Why make it solar, you may ask? Fucking bomber right here, bro. Reduces grenade cooldown whenever you're using your class ability. So we're going to be popping rifts left and right like it's no one's fucking business. And she's going to give us grenade energy, bro. Here I have melee well maker. So using a melee will fucking create a void elemental well. So basically with this build, we have supercharged grenades, which do mad damage and create wells. Your melees will create wells. Your void guns will create wells, and picking up a well will give you volatile rounds and extreme damage buffs. So yeah, here devouring depths, so basically casting your void super when you're critically wounded or with devour procced increases your damage with that super. So that's nutty because we're gonna have devour procced a lot because we're gonna have so many goddamn grenades. And I got the funnel web void and a void rocket. I have this shit on level 22. I haven't crafted the perks yet, which I will do. We could also use Deathbringer, Falling Guillotine, a bunch of other void shit. Alright? So that's number 1. Void loadout number 2. I kind of like this one a lot. Basically, it revolves around Mantle of Battle Harmony, which means you get your super energy back whenever you have a matching void weapon, right? So funnel web, if we have volatile rounds and shit, we're going to be killing ads left and right. Matches our subclass, I'm going to get super energy. I've gotten my super back in like 30 seconds with this fucking shit. It's nutty. The difference here is we have Child of the Old Gods instead of overcharge grenades. Fragments are the same, except we're adding this one more Echo of Reprisal. So final blows when surrounded grants super energy. Otherwise, these three are the same as the previous one. Vortex, Obvi. Again, Stasis Helmet for power preservation, kinetic or harmonic siphon, elemental ordnance. Same shit here. Grenade kickstart, volatile flow. Here, this is a minor difference here. So, Reaping Wellmaker. It only on void armor. Only on void armor, so I make that Mantle of Battle Harmony a void piece. So basically, whenever you use your class ability, so your Rift, you next kill you get will create a well. So that's why we have Child of the Old Gods, because it makes fucking Rift kills very easy. So we got the grenade kills make void wells. Rift makes void wells. Void wells create volatile rounds. Void wells give Font of Might. Same idea. And then again, class item is the same, but here's where this class gets a little wacky and wild. Bomber, Devouring Depths, like we discussed before. So whenever you have Devour procced, your super has increased damage. And it's like a decent amount of damage. It's like 30% increase or some shit like that. So with Mantle of Battle Harmony, we're going to be getting our super back so fucking quickly and often, so we're going to be spamming super like every minute. With Devouring Depths, as long as you have Devour procced right before you use your super, our super's going to do mad damage. So we're going to be fucking killing yellow bars, killing ads all over the place with our super, which is going to be Nova Warp. So, another cracked ass build. Here's my third one. I kind of like this one a lot. This is my Stasis Boy build. Crowd control. This is going to be better for like pushing or having to defend something and shit's pushing you, like in Vault of Glass, you know, because you're going to be freezing shit left, right, and center. This revolves around Osmiomancy Gloves, which gives you 2 Cold Snap grenades. Fucking, here we go. Healing, Burst, Penumbral. Cold Snap, because it only works for Cold Snap. Glacial Harvest, so Stasis Shards got created, and Ice Flare Bolts, it changed the Stasis freezing shit. No turrets for this one, and you'll see we really don't need it after I explain the rest of this build. Whisper of Fissures, Shards, Conduction, and Torment. Conduction's important. Nearby Stasis Shards track to your position because of this mod. For the helmet, you're going to want Stasis because, look, bada bing, bada boom, baby. Elemental Shards, so the fucking Stasis Elemental Shards count as Stasis Elemental Wells. And we're going to be creating Stasis Shards every time we fucking shatter a frozen target. Same thing with these 2 mods as before. Power Preservation, Harmonic Siphon, Osmiomancy Gloves, Stasis, again, Kickstart. These gloves give you 2 Cold Snaps, and we're going to have Kickstart. So we're basically going to have Cold Snap grenades every fucking moment of existence. I'm sure one of these will have to be an Overload or Anti-Barrier or whatever for the raid, but for now, you know. And Font of Might. So the Stasis Shards, whenever we break a Stasis Crystal, we're going to have a Shard, which counts as a well. Gives us increased Stasis damage for our Stasis weapon. So I'm using Crate, I could use fucking Forensic Nightmare, Scout Rifle, whatever the fuck. I'm also using a Stasis Rocket Launcher here because Font of Might is gonna, you know, buff this shit to up the wazoo. For the chest piece, Void again, doesn't really matter honestly because I have elemental armaments on it. So Stasis Final Blows have a chance of spawning a well. Alright, these 2 are gonna be a little wacky. So your boots and your bond, they're gonna be both solar. Why is that? For Explosive Wellmaker, okay? So when you explode, explosive damage spawns Solar Well. Stasis Crystal Shattering counts as explosive damage, so basically when you shatter crystals, you're going to have Stasis Shards and Solar Wells. So you're basically going to have Stasis and Solar Wells at the same time. The Stasis Solar Wells will give you the Font of Might. The Solar Wells will give you healing if you use Well of Life on your class item. So if you pick up a Solar Elemental Well, it gives you increased regeneration for a short period of time. And then we have Double Bomber to even further reduce your grenade with your 2 fucking Cold Snaps with your Osmiomancy Gloves. So basically freezing, you're going to be freezing everything, shattering everything, getting regen from the Solar Wells that are created, and getting Font of Might from the Stasis Wells that are created. shit's actually nutty. Build number 3, Phoenix Protocol. So basically, if there's ever an encounter where we need to chain our supers together and just have everyone survive and camp in supers. Well of Grace, or Tomb of Grace, whatever the fuck. Parasite, or Galahorn, or any other, I guess, fucking weapon, hothead. For this one, I'm going to use Death Adder. I got this cracked-ass Death Adder, Subsistence Rangefinder. Shepherd's Watch with Firing Line Outlaw. I could use whatever, honestly. I haven't really done the weapons. But, yeah. So this revolves around Phoenix Protocol. I have it as Stasis. It doesn't matter what it is. Again, Font of Might. But since we're on Solar subclass, we're going to be focusing on Solar Wells. So a lot of our armors are going to be Solar Affinity. Ashes to Assets. Bountiful Wells. So, yeah. For the gloves, I like them always Stasis because Grenade Kit starts fucking awesome. Elemental Ordnance, so Solar Grenades are going to create Solar Elemental Wells. Explosive damage, going to create Solar Elemental Wells, just like before. And Well of Life. And that's the same as before. The Solar Elemental Wells are going to be giving us increased regeneration. So basically, our Solar Wells are going to give us healing, and they're going to give us Font of Might for our Submachine Gun, or our Parasite, or Galahorn, whatever the fuck. Same idea. A lot of these subclasses follow the same pattern, but, you know. And this is my Lunafaction for DPS, if we need a DPS well. Same exact mods, though. So, Explosive Well Maker. The only difference is instead of Phoenix, I have Lunafactions. Well of Life. Font of Might for damage phase with Parasite, Galahorn, whatever the fuck. Elemental Ordnance, Grenades, Bountiful Wells, same shit. And yeah, that's for Warlock, bro.